Question for you. Would you rather pay $150 a month or $15 a month to work out with the same high-quality gym equipment? At Planet Fitness, you can get top-tier equipment for $15 a month. Plus, save $28 or more when you join now during our Strong Choice sale. Our weights weigh the same, you just don't pay the same. Enjoy free fitness training and 24-hour access at most clubs, all in the judgment-free zone. Join Planet Fitness today and save $28 or more when you join for $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends October 10th. See club for details.
All righty, Wilson, let's get the day started. It's game day today, 44 degrees downtown. I had 36 out at the ranch this morning, so some cooler air. Here's a look at first news. It's fair, it's accurate, you get the damn truth. An Israeli airstrike in Beirut killed 7 Hezbollah terrorists. Israel's been pounding away areas of their country where that militant group has a strong presence. No word on what the retaliation will be against Iran for indiscriminately firing over 200 missiles into Tel Aviv. And they shouldn't tell people what they're going to do until they do it. They've tried everything they could, folks. They have tried everything in the last couple years to get rid of this man. Jon Tester and the Democrats have impeached him twice. They tried to bankrupt all of his businesses. Oh, yeah. They've indicted him on numerous charges, all at one time at 4 different locations in America. They tried to blow his head off down in Kentucky. They tried to kill him on his own golf course. They have not been able to deter the determination of Donald Trump to run for president. So they're trying again today. They've rigged the Department of Justice. The FBI is also in on it. Secret Service has denied the Trump campaign the extra assets that they needed to protect him. And now they're doing it again. Another filing by special counsel Jack Smith's team. Jack Smith. Yeah, Jack Smith, the one who was not legally appointed because he wasn't approved by conference, has filed more charges against President Trump because he tried to challenge the election and they found the right judge to do it. And she has given them the okay to pursue these charges, even though the Supreme Court confirmed that the president has broad immunity on these issues. They're going to try again 30 days before the election. And while all this goes on, presidential candidate Donald Trump is returning this weekend to the town where they tried to blow his head off. The assassination attempt of the former president was felt deeply throughout Butler County, just north of Pittsburgh. The president has wide support there. He is going back this weekend, and they are expecting an even larger crowd at the farm show property west of Butler. Some apprehensions and fear from some of the residents there, but Trump's going back. The devastation brought on by Hurricane Helene has once again brought climate change to the forefront. Joe Biden toured some of the hardest hit areas a week after the hurricane went through. Kamala Harris took part in a photo shoot yesterday, handing a styrofoam container of food to someone as she donned a Red Cross jacket. Other than that, not much was done yesterday except promises. They're still cleaning up, still trying to get the people. They have a military base and National Guard troops just a stone's throw away, and the president didn't authorize the use of all of their helicopters and everything to get into the people there and get them rescued. They've been slow in their response. In the meantime, there's Typhoon Krathon made landfall in a Taiwanese port city, prompted the closure of schools and their offices for a third day. Maximum winds 78 miles an hour. Some areas got 5 feet of rainfall over the past 5 days in areas of Taiwan. Liz Cheney is going on the road to campaign for Kamala Harris. Well, you would think Jon Tester would have one of our neighbor ladies up here helping him. Why? She's a Republican. She could come in and support Jon Tester. Nope, he won't ask her to come either. In fact, they just said, when you leave Wyoming, don't let the door hit you, and you know what, Liz. But she's going to hit the road, go to Wisconsin to campaign for Kamala Harris today. 2 vessels that were carrying migrants from Africa sank in the Red Sea yesterday. It killed 45 of them. The boats had departed from Yemen, carrying 310 people. Thousands of migrants are trying to seek a better life in Europe. Smugglers are packing these vessels full of people that are trying to get to Europe. The UN agency assisting in the search effort said 32 were rescued, but they don't know about the others. The massive port workers strike, highlighting a fear held by many workers that they will be replaced by machines. That's one of the demands from the longshoremen, representing 45,000 dock workers who walked off the job. Among their demands, a total ban on any automation of grates, cranes, container moving trucks in their ports. It's unclear whether they'll be able to stave off a trend that has really seeped into every workplace in America. Unions in other industries have placed guardrails around the use of automation to protect their workers. Others are ensuring their workers receive training and employment protections when automation is introduced. They do want a 77% wage increase. But folks, just another thing that you will eventually pay for as you keep supporting all of these actions. Unions representing auto workers, actors, hotel housekeepers, airplane assembly workers, all have called strikes this year. The number of work stoppages in the United States, 466 of them over the past year, according to Cornell University. And when all of those things are worked out, it costs you, the consumer, more money. You pay for all of the increases. A Montana man was convicted of threatening to assault former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. 45-year-old Richard Rogers made the threat during a series of more than 100 calls to his office in February of 23. He was upset that the government had not shot down the Chinese spy balloon that was floating over Montana. The jury convicted him on 2 counts of making an harassing telephone call, Mark. The FBI rejected his claim. I'm just saying, be careful with the Sheryl Crow thing.
Oh, no, that's just mostly cards now.
And they're not actually harassing as much as it is wishful thinking.
Complimenting.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you.
Anyway, this guy's in trouble and made 150 calls, according to the FBI was able to get into this man's phone. He made 150 calls. That's one phone they were able to get in.
That was lucky.
Yeah, but the 15-year-old kids, they could not get into that kid's phone in Butler. NASA has switched off another scientific instrument on the Voyager 2 spacecraft in order to save some juice. An instrument that measures the flow of charged atoms was powered down so Voyager can keep exploring longer. 4 remaining instruments will continue collecting info about magnetic fields and particles as Voyager 2 drifts through interstellar space. That was launched back in 1977 along with its twin. It's the only spacecraft to visit Uranus and Neptune, 12 billion miles from Earth. It would be interesting to see. What I'm going to go to 4th grade humor there for you, Mark.
My news guy is 12.
It would be interesting to see what they see when they visit Uranus. Officials say that big wildfire that devastated Maui last year erupted from an earlier brush fire that firefighters thought that they had extinguished. The Maui Fire Department and Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms presented their findings Wednesday. Lahaina by Maui was destroyed in that wildfire. It has been unclear whether the blaze was a rekindling of the morning fire and whether firefighters should have left the scene or not after spending hours there dousing it. The answer could prove significant to questions about liability and destruction. U.S. kindergarten vaccination rates dipped last year, as we mentioned earlier this morning. 3.3%. 93% of kindergartners got their required shots. That's lower than the previous 2 years. Department of Homeland Security has announced that it would ban the import of goods from China's steel manufacturers and a Chinese maker of artificial sweetener. The agency Wednesday accused the companies of being involved, forced labor from China's far west region. The action broadens the scope of our government effort to clean up supply chains and comes under a federal law by Joe Biden signed in 21. Law followed allegations of human rights abuses by Beijing against members of Muslim minorities. World shares mostly lower so far today. U.S. stocks stalled. Investors awaited development in the Middle East. Dollar gained against the yen yesterday. As far as stocks goes, the S&P was up 0.79 points. Dow Jones Industrial Average rose 39. NASDAQ was also up 14 14 points yesterday, as they're still worried about what is going on in the Middle East. Oil prices up again. Oil prices well above $70 a barrel. Yesterday, as I was doing digging, I found some interesting facts on the average American now and their financial situation that you may be interested in. The average salary currently in the United States of America is $59,384. The average home mortgage in America now, in other words, the average home that they are buying, is $244,000. The average credit card debt right now for the Americans, $6,800 that Americans are carrying on their credit card debt. The average car loan, $23,792. Here's another one. Home equity line of credit that people have taken out on their home already. They need more money. That's big. $42,139 that they have taken out alone on the equity that they have on their house. And 50% of all Americans have less than $500 now in their savings account. And big times down in Lawanta, Colorado. It's tarantula mating season there. Male spiders scurry out of their burrows to search a mate. Hundreds of these little insects flock to the small town each year there in Lawanta, and they watch them emerge in droves. Scientists, spider enthusiasts, Colorado families, they all pile in the buses just before dusk as tarantulas then begin to roam for their mate. Festival goers, they flaunt their tarantula-like traits. They have a hairy leg contest, the same thing. For many, it's an opportunity to celebrate spiders. Others like to go because they are so fearful of them. They like to be scared, but I guess the tarantulas down there come out of the woodwork and they mate. And so they make a big festival of it down there in Lawanta, Colorado. I have no idea where that's at.
It doesn't matter. I'm not going where tarantulas are the main attraction.
Yeah, but I guess it's just hundreds of them. They just come out of the work, and it's their mating season down there. Cat Country News Time is 6:46. Sports and weather next.
In sports, I'm familiar with Conor McGregor from the MMA, but he's just such a character and got his own whiskey. One of the big names out there right now is Terrence Crawford, and they were trying to get together and set up a 2-fight deal. And the deal was one was going to be boxing, which Crawford was fine with, and one was going to be MMA. And they were on the phone, and McGregor said, buddy, we're going to make hundreds of millions of dollars. And I don't know this Terrence Crawford, but I respect him when he said, I'm not getting in the ring with you so you could elbow me and knee me and kick me and hurt me. So maybe it'll be a boxing match, but right now he turned it down.
Well, lots of sunshine and temperatures jumping all over the place here over the next week or so. No real chance of any rain in the extended forecast now. It looks like all the way through the mid part of October, so going to be dry. Not good news for the guys down there finding the elk fire in Wyoming, but 64 today. That's a little cooler than normal. And then tomorrow, 84. We jump up above normal. And then on Saturday, we cool back down to 69. And then Sunday, back up to 74. So we're kind of jumping back and forth a little bit here. No real chance of rain, as we mentioned, either in the forecast. It's 44 downtown right now. 6:48, that's what's happening. Game day with the Flakes. Got a chance for you to win some tickets to Nile. Some other nice things today here on the Cat.